Capricorn, Capricorn. Sorry. What I get for Capricorn? I'm Aura. Let's get into it. Judgment. You're worried about something going in your favor. Eight of Wands, Judgment. Eight of Wands, Justice. Leo. Courage. Patience. Ten of Pentacles. Lawyer. Queen of Swords. Ace of Swords. Pops out. Someone misstepped. Someone misstepped. It's like they got caught in their own Empress, Ten of Swords, Lovers, Three of Swords at the bottom. Judgment. And I kept saying Judgment, but I meant Justice. Knight of Wands. They made an action. They did something counterproductive. Favor and judgment and justice. Judgment has been passed, right? I was saying judgment. Justice is what shows. You're about to get information about this case, about this thing that needs a decision. You're almost afraid to look forward to it. You have so much anxiety surrounding it because you don't know, or you only know your end of things, but you have advocacy. There was an action taken too quickly to be believable. And it's causing disturbance. This would have been cut and dry, but there was one thing that kind of set it off. And you're pictured here. Okay. okay, it's almost over with. They were too impulsive. They did something very irresponsible. Again, 4 coins. Comes up. You won't have to do this anymore. That's about to change. And I say that because while there was confusion on either side, what you recalled versus what was written or considered factual, there's a lot of misinformation or misconception or details left out. It's a little cloudy or a little unclear about how shit is about to go with this. There's protection though. Above all, it's don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Any defamation, cut all that out. That's not gonna fly. Put some respect on it. Anything else? Things are being taken into consideration. Morality, actual empathy. The Emperor doesn't seem to be so. The Emperor is taking everything into account. Everything into account. So not just what is expected, but actually taking every bit of information, like not just passing judgment. They're taking every bit of information into account. Everything. From the state of, what someone had, what they no longer have. This here, these are 2 traveling cards. These are 2 motion cards. This is where you may be right now. But before this, you had a good handle on things. Now this is what it's to be restored. That's what's to be restored, because this element of the 8 of Cups was beyond your control. And that's what you're moving towards. 10 of Cups. I was feeling more secure. Feeling more. I can't sit still. Okay. It restores a sense of familiarity, a stability that I don't know, you could have dreamed of, or you're returning to. But I feel like it's more Oh yeah. This stuff is coming to, like, the appropriate authorities are going to handle that. You don't have to worry about this stuff. Rearing its ugly head. You have energy on your side. You have support. Definitely have support. So seek assistance when need be. People who know more about what you're looking at or looking towards. Because they're going to be sorry. Somebody misstepped. They did something out of turn or out of pocket, or they did something they weren't supposed to do, or it contradicts the very thing that they're supposed to be doing, like contempt of court, or falsifying something. Exaggeration. You know how people's social media get them in trouble? Stuff like that. Oh, shit. I had seen this, and then a small pile fell, and I saw this. Like, balance your mind, balance your emotions. We have temperance here. Okay. Oh, shit. And I'm like, okay. I pulled out these three, and I'm like, I'm feeling good about it. I'm like, okay. There's earth here. There's water here. And the magician, my heart chakra, and my throat chakra, like my higher heart chakra up in here is just, it's going crazy right now. And now I know why. There's a clause, a loophole. There's something. You may recall something from another person's experience with something similar that may help you in this situation. I had a message like that for Cancer, your opposite, I believe. Information that came across your way, you didn't need it then, but for some reason it's in your memory bank and you recall it at a time that you need to use it. You didn't need this when you were in this position, but now that you do, you have it as a resource to call upon. And that's this type of energy. It's like you're able to use it. And that's where this temperance comes in. This 10 of Cups comes in. Your ability to refute what goes against your knowing, what goes against the truth, and put an end to it once and for all. You'll be recognized as a person who stood in your integrity and actually did use the system for your benefit, but in the right way. Whereas another person can try to use it as well, and it doesn't turn out in their favor. You're dealing with somebody who has a different sense of morality. They have they don't handle things like the way a person, like that stigma surrounding this group of people, this type of person. It could be speaking to a whole group of, like a group of women or a group of men or a certain type of person. It can be ethnicity, it can be organization, clubs, profession. There's someone that doesn't fit that stigma, and that works for you, because this is not like any other situation. It's pretty like per case per case basis. So everyone is different. It's not like one particular judgment made that satisfies all these different circumstances, so it's tried and true to the events, not the perception of. Sorry. Like, say you were caught between two supervisors, and you had one that was rigid and one that is not, one that's more compassionate, that understands people, that people are human, and you have somebody who's like, these are the rules, this is the way we do it, whatever, and they try to come up against you for whatever reason to I don't know, reprimand or play on your misfortune, or to anything. Like, say you call out for something, an emergency, and then, while your mind is taken elsewhere and you've got anxiety about XYZ, and you come back into work and you don't have your excuse, they want to write you up. Even though you may have it, they're trying to, they're trying to assert a tenure or a superiority because of the circumstances. If they feel, they automatically assume that they are right and you are wrong. And you have somebody that comes to your defense that is like, hold up, wait a minute. So they actually do ride for you and reinforce this. They have the power to. They're standing at in a like position as this other person, and they may not take your word for it, but this other person that's vouching for you has notoriety. They have the tenure. They have the superiority to be heard in this capacity. And what they say is respected. So you do have someone like that on your behalf, and that's amazing. This can be the next, and this can be the X. Okay, I'm just saying. So whatever is said, like I said, defamation or putting your business out there or trying to talk down about you or passing judgments, or if it's affecting your work life, your emotional life, your social persona, anything to that effect, you have somebody that will come to your defense. They're not going to let shit happen to you, about you. They really don't play. This person knows what empathy is and they know how to use it. And not in a manipulative way. So rest assured, everything is going to work out in your favor. That was great.